Caux Scholars program this year has been fantastic. We have a more mature group than we have in the past in the sense of age and experience. We also have social entrepreneurs, people who have started their own NGOs, their own work, and have extensive experience on the ground, both with policy, with actual facilitation in the field, and experience with legislation and legal matters.
A little, it's got the, would you believe it?
Entitled the first week and concentrate on what we call building a learning community with the scholars. And what I mean by a learning community is we want to provide the safe space, a container where the scholars can really learn to know each other and build trust and cooperation, collaboration, as well as starting to get a feel of each other's stories and each other's life experiences, and the ability to start to learn together without feeling afraid or threatened or silenced. And so it's trying to open up the space of trust. And so we do a number of things on that week. Of course, orientation. We do some work outside through the low ropes course and cooperative games that I call embodied learning. They're using the whole body in the process. We spend some time just briefly looking at identity, culture, and power. And the reason I do that is because in my experience, those are three issues that continually rise to the surface in conflicts. And especially when you have a group like we have here at the Scholars Program, very diverse. This year, we're looking at 24 scholars from 19 different countries.
And it became clear that between the two of them there was some...
One of the jewels of our program is that we also have each scholar prepare a case study of their story and tell their story in presentation of a case study to the rest of the scholars. It's both for information, so that the other scholars can understand where the scholars are coming from and the conflicts which they face at home, but it's also a way for them also to build trust and go deeper in the discussion. So we really get a lot of information, layered information, of conflicts that we might be only have read about in the news or don't know anything about. And so it's a very informative, as well as, we hope, a time to build relationship and new understanding about what our scholars are facing. And so the conflict, we call it the conflict where I come from, and this has been very useful to deepen our conversation. And of course it's difficult sometimes to put in the time and energy with 24 scholars, each getting a time to speak their story. But what we've discovered is if we don't put this into the program, people will want to tell that story anyway. So then they'll tell it in the class time. So this is an opportunity for everyone to have the platform to share.
I did my presentation on a domestic conflict in the United States, looking at conflict for women when they come home from prison, and how in the U.S. we've become the #1 incarcerator of citizens, and looking at ways in which we prohibit people from actually reintegrating after prison. What I discovered was mixing social enterprise was the key. And so a non-governmental organization in both a nonprofit and for-profit vehicle, which allows me to offer free or low-cost training, but then also create employment opportunities for women.